morning, everybody. Welcome back to HBI Auto. My name is Kendall for those that don't know me. We're starting today's video off with a 2012 Ferrari 458. This is one of the last naturally aspirated V8 engines from Ferrari, and I'm going to take you guys on the inside and outside of this car. Let's get started. You got a full black on black look for this 458. You do have the 5-spoke wheels done in silver. It's one of my favorite stock or OEM looks from Ferrari, especially in the 458 generation. Looking at the front end, this is a very aggressive race car inspired front end. Now, like I said, for a 2012, this car looks very stealthy and sleek. You've got these really nice headlights up front, as well as 2 air ducts right there that feed into the brakes. All the vents on here are actually purposeful, and you've got these silver 5-spoke wheels. Again, I really love these. They coming along to the back. I really have always loved how the 458s look. Even in the 488, both look kind of similar, but I love the rear end of these 458s. So getting a closer look at the rear end of this car, it's very much a race car inspired build. You've got the center exit exhaust with 3 tips at the end. You've got that really nice diffuser closer. There you go. You can see that diffuser. You can see all the diffuser fins. You've got really nice taillights on the end. I've always liked these. Some people don't really like just the simple little circles, but I personally really like these. The engine bay, you've got the badge right here, and then you have the access to that naturally aspirated V8 engine, which will open up in just a second. Getting a closer look at the 458 V8 engine, it's super clean in here. We just got this car in from the other day, and it's already been detailed. Detail did a really good job at cleaning up this 458 for us. You can see just how simple and straightforward this engine is. Looking at the interior, you've got I got a full black on black leather with carbon fiber and the deviated red double stitching all throughout this interior. I really love the 458 steering wheel. I feel like I've mentioned this in other social media platforms. So if you follow us on TikTok, I really love the 458 steering wheel. This is one of my favorite steering wheels aside the GT3 RS steering wheels, but it feels really nice. It's a solid steering wheel. You've got total control of your car just through this steering wheel, and I really love it. You have a really nice red background on your RPM gauge. You do have a digital speedometer as well as your radio navigational. Looking at the center console, they really break it down, and it's very bare inside of here. Keep in mind, this is a 2012 car, and it's also, the 458 is also used for a heavy racing platform, so they didn't do a whole lot of interior screens and a whole lot of tactile buttons right here. They kept it very simple for good reason. You do have your controls right here, which control that little screen down there for your radio, as well as Bluetooth connection and so on and so forth. You've got your climate controls down here with these simple buttons. You've got your reverse button right here, your hazards, your window controls, and a nice little storage area for, say, water bottles or a phone. You do have a little cigarette outlet right here and another little storage area right here. Now, this is very simple, but it's done in carbon fiber. Again, you do have that leather and that double red stitching on the side. Looking over at the dash as a whole, I really love the layout. You got the 458 Italia badge on the side. One of my favorites. Again, it's just simple, it's to the point, and it's very much race car inspired. If you are interested in picking up this 2012 458 Italia, put the link in the description below so you can check out more photos, as well as get in contact with our team about picking up this beautiful Ferrari today. Changing things up a little bit, I wanted to take out another 2012, so I took out the white MP4-12C presented by Mclaren. We got this in a little bit ago, but I wanted to compare the two side by side, not necessarily side by side, but more so feel out the differences between the 2012 458 and this 2012 MP4-12C. Let's dive into it. Now, when compared to the 458, this car obviously has a twin turbo V8 engine inside of it, which produces a quicker amount of power, and with the twin turbo setup in the back, you do have a little bit difference in weight distribution. Obviously, the engine is a little bit more compact. It's pushed a little bit more forward compared to the 458. Now, quite obviously, with the MP4-12C, you've got these stunning butterfly doors with the full black interior as well as the white accent. Now, one of the cool things about the MP4-12C is how nimble this car really is on the inside, and I love how simple the layout is. It's very driver focused, especially when it comes to the actual controls of the car. McLaren did a really good job at saying, let's do something different compared to the Ferrari and offer something that's very track focused and very streamlined to the point. And I feel like McLaren throughout the years has always nailed that. They created a very unique as well as uniform approach to the interiors. Now a lot of people will say that they look the same between a 720S and this MP4-12C, but for me, I kind of like that. You do have a few upgrades here and there and a few differences between all of the models, obviously, but when it comes down to it, a McLaren will still look pretty similar. Obviously, the same can be said about the 458, but there are a few differences, especially when you look at the SF90, Ferrari FF, the 812 Superfast, and so on and so forth. There are some differences. Now, a lot of people actually stray away from the McLarens because of all the technological issues and electronic and interior issues that these cars find. It can also be said for Ferraris. They do have technical issues, they have interior flaws, but overall, I feel like McLaren has really good technology. A lot of people just don't understand it and they're not used to it, they're not comfortable with it. I'm curious to see what you guys think. Would you rather pick the McLaren or the Ferrari? Please let me know down below. That's where I'm going to wrap it up for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a huge thumbs up. If you have any questions about the cars that you saw in the background, please leave us a comment down below. We'd be happy to answer any questions that you may have. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.